Hey guys, Buffing Game back today, bringing a video for our favorite weapon videos for our Warzone weapons. Today we're going to cover the DSA-58 here in Warzone. Go ahead and revisit the FAL, turn it into the DSA-58 using one of our blueprints here. So we're going to cover this weapon. I'm going to show you a really good duo game here. And I'm also running a really nice, interesting secondary that you'll see works out really well when you pair it with this. So let's go ahead now and jump right into this weapon and see how it handles. We'll back out and see. Here's the final weapon for the FAL, turn into the DSA-58. Now, in the past, I've done the DSA-58 OSW. We're just going to do a standard 16-inch barrel length SA-58 with this particular build. So, let me back out here, and I will strip this down from scratch. But first off, let's look at our blueprints here. If I go and select the FAL blueprints, I'm going to be using the Smooth Dominator blueprint. This one was unlocked from a challenge here that you can unlock on any console, whether it's PC, Xbox, or PC. I have covered it in the past, so that is on your challenges for, I believe, core multiplayer if you wanted to get that. So you can see I have my SA-58 OSW build here, but we're basically going to use the same thing minus one attachment and add a different one. So let's go ahead and back out here, and you'll see here's our final design. So strip this down to base. Now, for the muzzle here, I'm going to actually just go ahead and use a tactical suppressor. Typically, you'd want to use a monolithic suppressor, but for some reason, they put a PBS4 suppressor on the FAL, which I hate the way that looks since that's a Russian suppressor. So I just run a tactical suppressor here to give it a more westernized look. So we'll go ahead and go with the pros here are going to be the sound suppression. The cons here are the aim down sight speed and the aim walking steadiness. But typically I'm not using it in a long range situation, so I wouldn't need a monolithic suppressor anyway, so I can get away with a tactical suppressor. So we'll go ahead and select that. And again, that's going to keep us off the minimap, which is important here in Warzone for the most part. Now the barrel, usually with this weapon I'd run the OSW barrel for the operational specialist weapon barrel with that 13-inch barrel, but for this particular build we're actually going to just leave the base barrel for this one so we can do some different attachments. I'm not using this quite in close quarter situation. I want to save out on the attachments, so we'll skip that. We're going to run a laser on this one, so haven't used this on the FAL before. So the pros here, tac laser, are going to be the aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and the aim walking steadiness. The cons are the laser is going to be visible only when you're ADSing, so just keep that in mind when and where you're ADSing. Now for the optic, this is an optic that I never really see a lot of people run. Typically, I'm somebody that likes to run the integral hybrid or the hammer and or the 4x flip. So for the FAL, the SA-58 here, I prefer the 4x flip just because you get that 4x magnification, which allows you to have more precision shots with this weapon, and you have a standard 1.5 times holographic there. So we have the ability to toggle between the 1.5 and the 4x optics here, and the cons are just going to be the ADS speed since we do have a heavier optic on the weapon, but we're mitigating that, if not completely making up for it, with the tac laser. So we'll select that. Stock, we're going to leave base for this one. Now for the ammunition here, we're going to run the 30-round magazine. So you can see you have your 24, and then you have your 30-round magazine. So that's what we're going to run as the 30-round magazine. Give us those extra 6 rounds, which are going to be important with this. So it's going to increase our magazine capacity from the base 20 to the 30 of the 7.62x51 NATO. And the cons here are just the aim down sight speed and the movement speed, since we're adding a little bit extra rounds with the weapon. But it's really only 10 rounds, so it doesn't make that big of a difference. Now the underbarrel, we're going to go ahead and go with the Ranger foregrip. I prefer this one on the FAL over the Merc or a Commando, something like that. I feel like this just works the best for me personally, and overall with this weapon I prefer the way it handles. So we'll go ahead and run the Ranger foregrip. This is going to assist us with the recoil control and the aiming stability. The cons here are going to be the aim walking movement speed and the aim down sight speed, which again we've already made up for the ADS speed with that tac laser. So this is the final design of the SA-58 that we're going to be using here today. And now one thing to note, if I customize it, the reticle I will be using is the Chevron Tactical. I prefer this on almost all of my weapons, either the Chevron Tactical or the Apothis. However, I'm going to go with the Chevron Tactical on this. It's just a little bit easier for me to see the reticle and get shots on target with this particular one. So we'll go ahead and select that. Going to leave the camos at blank. However, you can see what they look like on this weapon. Some of them do look pretty cool for sure, but I'm going to run it just standard black on this. And of course, this blueprint itself just looks amazing. Turns the FAL into a nice modernized SA-58 build, which is beautiful to see. So on sling here, we're going to run the Rytec AMR, the Barrett. However, we're going to be running this with the 25 Mike explosive rounds on this. So we're actually going to go ahead. We want to have, mainly I'm running this for vehicles. However, it's very, very effective against infantry still. So Moo and I were in situations where we were getting just rushed with people with in duos with trophy systems. And again, really hard to engage that if the team plays it right. So I needed a counter for that, specifically in duos. So this is my answer to that, and it worked beautifully. So we're going to go ahead and do the Harbinger barrel. So you can see this one. I have a video separate on this, so you can go ahead and check that out on the channel. I'll try to link it down below, but mainly I'm using this barrel just because we get the most recoil control that you can see in the stats. However, we are sacrificing the suppressor option here, which in my mind is fine. This is mainly anti-vehicle. However, here I do use it for anti-personnel, and you'll see how well it actually works with this. So your personal choice if you want to swap out for the base barrel and use a suppressor on this, or however you want to run it. I'm also using the rubberized grip tape just to mitigate recoil even more, since with these 25 mic rounds, we're actually going to increase recoil. However, you can see the pros here: explosive impact and damage, dismemberment as well as it will go through trophy systems. So you don't need to, trophy systems do not protect against this round, which is why I specifically use this. So, and then we're going to run the bipod again, just for recoil control. Mainly, I'm going to try and engage with this in prone if possible, or at least mounted. So that is our final build here. I'm going to run EOD, Overkill, and Amped. I'm running a Molotov Cocktail for my lethal, and I'm running a Heartbeat for my tactical here because we are in duos. And that is the final design of these weapons. You can see the class right there. So that's the SA-58 build. Let's go ahead now and jump into this really, really intense high kill duos win here. So here we go, jumping right into the game right now. Moo and I are going to land at TV station. And you can see here, I got in the chopper right away and just destroyed 2 people right off the bat. Gonna give Moo some cover up here as he's gonna down 1 guy, and then you can see I'm just trying to tell him where these guys are. The other guy bails off the roof, so we're all set here. And you can see that one dude that I ended up killing got that orange box, so we actually got a red key card out of that. So fast forward a little while here. We had a lot of money. We got our loadouts already. We hit the bunker, and we're gonna get our second loadout here. We can get engaged by a team somewhere to the southwest. So I'm going to mark them. We're going to try and figure out where they are. I'm going to do a hard flank around as Moo gets eyes on them, and he's going to get a live ping here. So I'm going to come right around. They're not really expecting me to be where I am at this point. And I'm going to peek around. I see this guy come through the trains, and you see I'm just going to down him very quickly with the FAL. I missed a decent amount of shots there, too, because this is really my first time firing this weapon in quite a while after picking it back up now. And it's actually shocking how viable this weapon still is. It seems like after the patches that went live for this, I don't know, 2 seasons ago, whenever it was, when they nerfed it a little bit, everyone really just kind of stopped using it. And this gameplay will show that it's viable. So here, Moo pings this other guy. He's trying to get high ground on us. And you can see there, I just nailed him with those 25 mic rounds. And just destroyed him. You see, and you'll see how effective these are, actually crippling your enemy and slowing them down. So, fast forward a little bit, we're trying to move into downtown. Moo kills 1 guy here that I suspected was going to be there because we saw fire on the minimap. Now, Moo's going to get engaged, so I'm going to turn to try and figure out where the enemy fire is coming from. He's suppressed, he's got his loadout, and you can see that he's trying to snipe me too. So I'm going to get shots on him, and then what we're going to do is just kind of disengage this. We're going to get high ground on this building that we were going for to begin with. So we're going to get up here. Moo's going to put down his anti-personnel mines, and I'm just going to peek over here again to see if this guy's around. And I'm going to just try and look around, see if I can see him, and there he is. He looted his guy, and now he's booking it. So he tried to see if he had money, and you can see he's plating up, and the FAL just wrecked him. Nice, easy 84-meter shot right there. Fast forward again, we're just engaging some enemies, and this loadout drops down here. So this is where you're going to see the power of these 25 mic rounds. So that loadout drops. We have high ground, but there's trees in the way. Can't really see. So I'm going to start taking shots and try and see if I can get hits if the guy's still there, and I do. So he's going to go around, and there he is. It looked like it was just 1 guy, so I'm going to keep pings on him, and you'll see when I hit him or hit near him, it's going to slow the enemy down. So Moo can get shots on him, and then I can keep getting shots. So it basically puts you, it stuns you to a point, or at least cripples your movement speed. So you're moving very slow as if you're stunned. Allows easy kills. So fast forward again, we're trying to move further downtown. Moo gets engaged by another guy here. And again, I'm just going to do a hard flank, and I'm able to get him down pretty quickly. Now at this point, we're going to go up to the top of this building. You can see this guy actually just came back in. He got called back in. I'm trying to get shots on him, but he got away from me. So that Frank Woods character comes back to get us a couple times here. So keep him in mind. So while we were engaging him, we heard fire down here. So we have high ground on these guys now. These are the guys we killed it back at port. So unlucky for them, we ran into them again here. And again, they're down on this roof. We have high ground. We have really good tactical advantage. However, this guy just beams me, probably with a kilo or something, almost instantly melted me. I got really lucky there that I survived that. I'm going to peek again. Unfortunately, they do have decent cover at this point. It's hard to peek that. This guy's looking more towards Moo. I'm able to get some shots over. He's going to go back to this HVAC unit, which you can see right there. Able to get some decent damage on him for Moo to get the down. And then his other buddy's behind this HVAC unit here. I got a nice hit. Moo's going to keep shots on him here at this point. I'm going to reload this Rytech, which takes forever. So I'm disengaged, and Moo's able to clean that guy up. So Moo's going to jump down, get their loot. We're running low on ammo and armor at this point, so I'm going to stay up here on the roof for a little bit, make sure no one's coming in on us, since there are some zip lines here. Now, someone just got bought back here again, so at this point I'm going to look down once more. I'm not sure where his teammate went, but here you can see one guy pushing towards the buy. So I'm going to get some shots on him. I hurt him a little bit, but I missed some of those shots, so I'm going to whip out the FAL, and you can see here, not even using my magnification, I'm able to down him pretty easily there. And he's actually ended up going to die there. He ends up dying, he crawled away, but ended up dying. So I come down to Moo, and there's this Frank Woods again. I hear footsteps here. This guy's trying to get up to us or something, so I'm going to hit him with that molly, break his armor, and he jumps off the roof and got really lucky. Almost killed me too. And Moo downs him there, and then we get shot at from hospital. So the way we play this is actually really, really good. I'm going to put down an armor box, and watch how we play this. My Rytech is going to stun this guy, and Moo's going to get an easy kill. So here he is over here. Get that hit. He scrambles. He's stunned at this point because of all the damage from the explosive rounds. And Moo just nails him and cleans him up there. So it actually works really, really well for anti-personnel if you have a decent sniper on the team or somebody that can get fired. So here, this is our move. This part of this roof's in bounds. I'm going to get cover on the back. Moo actually missed the roof, and unfortunately there's a couple teams out here. So there's that Frank Woods again. Ended up getting him, so at this point I'm just trying to figure out what's inbounds and what isn't inbounds. I think there's still guys there. You can see one dude just jumped. So I got 12 shots left. There's more fire. And I downed this guy here. At this point, I don't know if he has a teammate, so I'm kind of panicking, trying to reload the SA-58, trying to kill him. I'm hesitant to move down there. I don't know if he has a teammate or where his teammate is at this point. So here I'm going to move in and clean him up. Then I actually fall back a little bit before crossing the river here. So this is really my only push. It seems like there's no one over where I was, which is good. So I actually have good hill cover here. And again, luckily I'm able to just catch this guy off guard. But you can see how powerful the FAL is there. And now I'm going to third part of this. That guy ended up getting the other kill. So it's 1v1 at this point. Going to move up. Really bad stun, but again, he had no cover, caught in the open in the FAL. You can just spam fire that pretty accurately if you have a good trigger finger and get those kills. So we had a really good game here. I think we had a total of 18 kill game for this duo. And you can see that just the FAL paired with that Rytech. It's actually a lot of fun to use because you're gonna stun your enemies. You can break armor pretty quickly. But definitely when enemies are moving, if you can master that bullet drop and how you need to use your mill markers to lead your targets, you can down people pretty quick and just stun them, and your teammate can clean them up like Moo did. So really good duo win. Again, I had 12 kills there, and we'll see the scoreboard here. I believe Moo had 6, but the FAL, it's interesting nobody uses this weapon anymore. I haven't really seen anybody use it since it got the quote-unquote nerf, since it was previous meta weapon. So it's interesting that they publish patch notes and they say the word nerf, and then just instantly no one uses it. Everyone runs kilo, and you pick this thing back up, and it's still a very, very, very viable weapon. Very, very good weapon. And I was using this even before it was meta, and it was still very good then. So this is just a very well-rounded weapon. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is the SA-58 here for Warzone. Let me know what attachments you run on this, if you use it in Warzone, and comment down below and let me know what you think. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, Buffer Gaming, out.